Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sirajul Akfaisi. I welcome you in my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about Introduction to Chemistry Lab. So in chemistry lab, what is the meaning of analysis? Chemists are the people concerned with analysis. Analysis is the process of learning, nature and composition of any substance. Classifications. The three important questions generally studied in analysis are what, how much, where. What, how much, and where. This question. Now, definitely mouth watering. Am I right? But for a chemist, what does it consist? How much each of the constituent is? Where from it was bought? Answer for the first questions. It consists of flour, sugar, cashew, ghee, kishmish, elaichi. Answer for the second questions. 500 gram of flour, 300 gram of sugar, 100 gram of cashew, 100 gram of kishmish, 500 gram of ghee and 5 gram of elaichi. Answer for the third question is bought from XYZ sweet store, certified like that. So God blessed us with the two wonderful organs for both the qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. Eye are for the qualitative analysis and tongue is for the quantitative analysis with limitations. So this is your tongue and this is your eye. God given us very wonderful organs. So qualitative analysis is the process of identification of each of the constituent present in a sample provided. A quantitative analysis is the process of determinations of the quantity of each of the constituent present in the sample. Now, what is the qualitative analysis? Macroanalysis, microanalysis, semi-microanalysis, trace analysis, and ultra-trace analysis. What is the quantitative analysis? Classical methods of analysis and instrumental methods of analysis. Classical methods of analysis, gravimetric and volumetric. And the instrumental methods of analysis like photometric methods, UV visible, NMR, ESR, IR, AAS, FES, AES. Thermal methods of analysis and radiochemical methods of analysis, electroanalytical methods, potentiometry, conductometry, pHmetry, amperometry, polarimetry, voltammetry, and coulometry. Now, what is the gravimetry? It was mainly based on the classical gravimetric and tachymetric scheme, followed by the invention of a precise analytical balance, still below thoughtful and highly precise and accurate analysis with restricted sensitivity. Gravimetry is the determinations of an element or a species through the measurement of the mass of a well characteristic insoluble product of a definite chemical reaction involving that elements or a species. When sodium chloride solution is mixed with a solution of silver nitrate, it forms a precipitate of silver chloride. You can see here. So trigonometric analysis. Trigonometric is the determinations of an element or a species through the measurement of mass of chemical necessary to exactly complete a definite chemical reactions in a solution containing that element or a species. What is the end point? End points generally are determined by observing a color change in an indicator. End points are also commonly determined by observations of potential difference and electrodes or change in conductivity. Now you can see here titrate and titrant, up titrant and down titrate. Now terms used in the volumetric analysis. Titrations, the process, operations or method of determining the concentration of substance in solution by adding to it a standard reagent of known concentration in carefully measured amounts until a reaction of definite and known proportions is completed, as shown by the color change or by analytical measurements, and then calculating the unknown concentration. What is titrate? The reagent of known concentration in the process of titrations. Now friend, titrant, the solution in a titrations, and that is added from a burette to a measured quantity of another solution. This is titrant and titrate. Now what is indicator? Indicator, a substance used in titration to indicate the completion of chemical reactions, usually by a change of color. You can see here the end point. The end point, the point in a titration at which no more titrant should be added. It is determined, for example, by a color change in an indicator or by the appearance of a precipitate. In the above picture, we can clearly observe the end point. What is the error? Error is defined as the difference between the true value and observed value. The following are the different types of error generally seen: physical error and experimental error. So parallax is a deceptive change of the positions of an object which is observed while the position of the observer changes. Position of eye at all volumetric vessels must be at the same level as the meniscus. If not, the parallax will cause an error while reading the positions of the meniscus of a liquid in a burette. It will be positive mistake if the eye is lower and negative if the eye is higher than the meniscus plane. Now experimental error. These errors are due to preparation of solutions and reagents, concentrations of reagents and indicators, weighing the required chemical substance, addition of reagent from graduated apparatus such as burette piping. Now accuracy and precision. Accuracy is defined as the nearest approach to the truth. For example, if 1% of iron in iron ore is theoretically 74 and that of the reported is 73.8, then the reported value is said to be accurate, and if the reported value is found to be 66.5, then value is not accurate. What is the precision? It is defined as the repeatability and reproducibility of the reported value, which is found to be accurate. Now accuracy and precision. Error prone and doubtful, and repeatable and reproducible. So role of indicators. An indicator in a titrations play key role by detecting the end point. The indicators show difference and distinct color change at the point of addition of excess of drop of reagent from the burette. It works accurately on the some conditions such as pH, medium, acidic or alkaline, and on potentials. Acid-base titrations. An acid-base titration is the determination of the concentration of an acid or base by exactly neutralizing the acid base with an acid or base of known concentration. Before starting the titration, a suitable pH indicator must be chosen. The pH of equivalent point can be estimated using the following rules. A strong acid will react with a strong base to form neutral solution. A strong acid will react with a weak base to form acidic solution. A weak acid will react with a strong base to form basic solution. Now friends, redox titration. Redox titration, also called oxidation reduction titration, is a type of titration based on redox reaction between the analyte and titrant. Redox titration may involve the use of redox indicator and or potentiometer Oxidation is defined as the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen or loss of electrons, for example, in the extraction of iron from its iron 2. So reductions, removal of the oxygen or additions of hydrogens or gain of electrons. So redox reaction is a simultaneous oxidation reduction process. Now complexometric titration is a form of volumetric analysis in which the formation of colored complex is used to indicate the end point of titration. Complexometric titration is particularly useful for determinations of a mixture of different metal ion in solution. The indicators used here are called as metallochromic indicators. You can see metal plus Ln give metal Ln complex concentration. Metal Ln is a metal indicator complex. Metal indicator complex plus EDTA, metal EDTA concentration plus Ln. So you can see beaker 1 metal Ln and complex color, and beaker 2 free indicator. Now precipitation titration, the titration which involves the formation of precipitate during the course of a titration. The first drop of titrant is in excessive will react with the indicator, resulting in a color change and indicating the end point of the titration. Now selections of indicators. Acid-base indicator. Acid-base indicators, also known as pH indicator, are substances which change color with pH. They are usually weak acid or bases which when dissolved in water dissociate slightly and form ion. Consider an indicator which is weak acid or with a formula HLN. At equilibrium, the following equilibrium equation is established with its conjugation base. So, indicator color H, range, acid base, thymol blue, red, yellow, 1.5, 1.2, 1.3, methyl orange, red yellow, bromocresol greenery, yellow blue, methyl red, yellow red, bromothymol blue, yellow blue, phenol red, yellow red, thymol blue, yellow blue, and phenolphthalein colorless and pink. A redox indicator, also called as oxidation reduction indicator, is an indicator that undergoes a definite color change at a specific electrode potential. The requirement for fast and reversible color change mean that the oxidation reduction equilibrium for an indicator redox system need to be established very fast. Therefore, only a few classes of organic redox system can be used for indicator purposes. Now, there are two common types of redox indicator: metal organic complex, phenolphthalein, true organic redox system, and sometimes colored inorganic oxidant and reductants are also incorrectly called redox indicators. They can't be classified as true redox indicator because of their irreversibility. Almost all redox indicator with true organic redox system involve a proton as participant in their electrochemical reaction. Therefore, sometimes redox indicators are also divided into two general groups: independent or dependent on pH. Internal indicator means that the substance used as an indicator is actually added to the reaction flask, and this flask changes color once the end point has been reached. Example include the phenylamine and phenol. External indicators are not added to the reactions flask. These are used only when a suitable internal indicator is unavailable, because these indicators take a lot of time to calculate. Examples are potassium ferricyanide. So friends, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.